Hi everybody, this is Dr. Ari Tuckman. I am doing another video for Attitude Magazine, a resource for folks with ADHD and the people who care about them. I'm a psychologist and author of a couple books, including More Attention, Less Deficit and Integrative Treatment for Adult ADHD. What we're talking about today is the question of, can you grow out of your ADHD? Does ADHD go away as you enter adulthood? And the answer is, not really, but sometimes maybe. So what I mean by that is that for the most part, kids with ADHD do become adults with ADHD, or at least ADHD-ish sort of stuff. So maybe they're not, it's not sort of as present as it had been, but it's still kind of there. One part definitely does change. If you were hyperactive as a child, you're probably a lot less hyperactive now. Or to put it another way, if you're the parent of a child with ADHD who's rather hyperactive, they probably won't always be as hyperactive as they are now. So that's the good news. That part definitely does indeed go away. Some other things do improve, certainly. Our brains continue to mature well into our 20s, so some of this stuff just kind of tightens up and it gets a little bit better, it gets a little bit easier. A couple other things that change, however, do make it, that really sort of changes the situation. So number one is that as an adult, you've gotten wiser, you've gotten smarter, you've learned some strategies. Probably you know yourself a whole lot better than you did when you were younger. You've figured out what you need to do to be successful. You've figured out also what are the situations that are just not a good situation for you, not a good fit for your strengths. And, hopefully as an adult, you have more options to avoid those situations. Now, as a kid or as a teen, education is still sort of, well, I won't say one size fits all so much as one size is available for all. But as an adult, there's a million ways to live your life as an adult. So even if your ADHD is exactly the same and you haven't learned anything and you haven't changed at all, your world has changed. So, there's more options. You're therefore better able to find a situation that's a good fit for you. I think that part definitely does change. But, beyond that, I think that in general, success or performance is a function not only of what are our abilities as well as, what are our weaknesses, but it's also a matter of what are the demands being placed on us and what kind of supports are available around us to help us make the most of our performance. So, we can kind of work this from multiple sides. So even if your ADHD remains present, I don't know, maybe there's some other good strategies you can use, or there's some good people in your life who really help you to be successful, or you're smart and lucky enough to have found a great career or a great job situation, and stuff is a whole lot better and stuff is a whole lot easier than it used to be when you were younger. So, that's the good news. I think that that's really the thing to remember, whether you're a young adult, whether you're a teen or a child or the parent of someone who's still sort of struggling to find their place in the world, that these things do get better, usually because we want it with more options as time goes on. So my hope is that this has been helpful and it's given you something to think about. You can find this video along with a whole lot of others from myself and some other good people at attitudemag.com. Until next time, thanks. Have a good one.